The fighting. Wow, can you imagine Drew and Cameron and Lucy fighting in this capacity? It'd be so sexy. And it'd be so exciting. This is what we gotta do. We gotta do this.
Chun Yan, who we all refer to as the master, he's certainly a master of designing martial art film.
He and his brother Wu Ping, who did The Matrix and came up with Jackie Chan in the 70s in Hong Kong cinema.
When we met with Chun Yan, we were so excited about his particular style that it had to be Chun Yan.
Oh yeah!
In the beginning, when he first met the actresses, he was quite concerned, and I thought there would be a lot of difficulties.
What he wanted out of the cast was not money first, but was commitment.
Because you can't go halfway on this. If you want us to train you, you have to commit to it. I'm down for that. We're like, absolutely, we'll do it. Training starts off as like you think that you're going to become a kung fu master because you're being trained by these kung fu masters. But really what it is that they're just conditioning you.
And that means the basic strength training, flexibility training, and then the wire training.
They worked us for 3 months, 8 hours a day.
5 or 6 days a week.
Which is so long. The days are so long.
They were really, really put through the ringer.
I emphasize in Chinese, it's called eating bitterness, which means go through pain, be tough, be strong. And they were willing to eat the bitterness.
First day I was like, excuse me, something you need to know. I can't touch my toes. And of course, by the end of the day, my forehead was down on my knees, just crying, just literally crying tears.
So how do you feel, Drool?
You have to stand in horse stances where you're, bent down on your knees and you're balancing all your body weight.
Definitely been very painful, extremely painful experience. I can barely move my legs now. I was more flexible when I walked in the first day.
Your knuckles would be broken with bloody vessels and you just thought, yeah, that's so hot. You sweat, you bond, you learn things that you never thought that you could do.
And it was amazing to see that transformation, not only, through yourself, but seeing Drew or Cameron suddenly doing something that we've been trying to do for months.
Improvement was much better than originally expected.
We'd do photo shoots where it'd be like, Drew, let's see a kick. And here's Drew Barrymore, who you think, Drew Barrymore, fuzzy animals and cuddly toys. You just see all these like big burly grips kind of stand back like, holy shit, look at this girl, man, she'll kick your ass.
Drew is a barroom fighter. Cameron is fantastically elegant. She's very fast with her moves and her spins and everything else. And Lucy is a mixture of the two. They've all got their own sort of threat.
They catered to that. They saw what we were capable of and gave us those things to accomplish. I wasn't so great at the kicks. I was good in the wires.
Over the years, the Hong Kong people have developed this art. It has to do with the legendary traditional Chinese literature where there are a lot of people flying around, jumping up and down. So to match that imagination, they developed this art.
It's all wires. People are like, you jump so high in the air. And it's like, yeah, you jump, but you have a little bit of help. It's 3 guys on the other end of a rope pulling you up like this.
Let's go fit!
There is a scene where Drew Barrymore, she had to kick 2 bad guys.
King Kong palm.
Action!
We filmed probably 20 times. And each time was so painful for her, but she kept on doing it.
Anytime you fly somebody, it's uncomfortable. And I'll tell you, we never had any complaints.
Is that comfortable, Drew?
Feels so good.
The very first day when we were doing martial arts stuff, I had this freaky flashback to my dad, who was like a football coach and sort of a disciplinarian. I'm like, Barrymore, you will perform like a champion today.
All right, Lucy, really dig into it. Dig into it.
Chun Yan is so quiet and reserved. And just kind of would like, go up to the girls and just speak to them very quietly. And that would, have infinitely more impact than me like doing cartwheels and like trying to get them all fired up.
You kicked me, face it. You hear you throw over there.
I was just like all pops and clicks, but fortunately I had Chun Yan to go in there and make it happen. Shooting the stuff with wires is very challenging because you can only get very small bits at a time.
Cut! Woo! I love that.
It's nice having the experience of Chun Yan sort of standing over your shoulder. We shared the same passion for ultimately getting it exactly where we knew it needed to be. If Cameron, needs to kick Crispin in the chest, he wants perfect extension out of her leg and he wants the toe pointed this way instead of pointed this way because it's more beautiful and more correct and respectful of the ancient traditions and arts, and these girls gotta look beautiful and kick ass.
He's very tough on them. He makes them do tons of takes.
You wouldn't move on until he was happy.
Yeah, you'd have to get the okay from Chen Yan.
One more, let's go again.
And he even said before we started, when I say we need to do it again, you need to trust that we need to do it again. But when I say we got it, you have to trust that we got it.
Just sort of his response when it goes right transcends any language barrier. Because you see him with this big smile, like this big thumbs up, and he starts clapping.
And then when he finally gives you the thumbs up, it really means something. You've done something well and you've made an accomplishment.
Good? Good. Coverage, man.
And I'm just very pleased with the performance that they have.
For him to say that to me, like they don't give compliments.
I just have such high respect for him. We've brewed to be very close with them too, and they're so wonderful, and I can't imagine having done this film without them.
We became a very tight family, very harmonious.
I just felt so tough and strong, and it was just thrilling to me.
It's very impressive, and I was jealous because I wanted to learn all that stuff.
Never send a man to do a woman's job.
It is about girls having fun, and I really do respect that whole Cyndi Lauper ethic. They're just having a blast.
It's an opportunity of a lifetime. That's the great thing about making movies. You get an opportunity to do things that you never would have been able to in any other circumstance. Every day you just go to work, you're like, I love my job.
And that's kicking your ass.